Okay, we're here at 16012 Londelius and North Hills, and we are in a vent pipe on the roof because there is no sewer clean out here in order to run the camera. Now, I already ran the camera all the way through. It was a very difficult process to get all the way to the city line, being that there was no sewer clean out. Now, I was able to manage to go all the way to the city connection, which is 106 feet away, which you can see on your bottom right corner. Now I'm going to be pulling back so you can see the entire line, and I'll let you know if I see anything on the way back. But on the way there, it looked pretty good. So there's a slight shift at the end, but I don't see that posing any issue because I don't see any apparent roots there, which would be the only reason I would mention anything. And mind you, we're all the way in the center of the city street right now, so underneath the asphalt, 100 feet away from where I am on the roof. And this is all the original clay piping, so no one has done any repairs. And being that there is no sewer clean out at the home, there's a good chance that there was never been a sewer backup, because or else they would have had to add a sewer clean out at the time of backup, being that there's no other access to run a snake from. And if you can see the slight change in diameter of pipe here, it goes from big to small. That is what's known as a 4x6 transition, and that's typically right around the sidewalk area that the transition is at. So you can see, and this is usually what gives the most problems from that little transition there. That's where roots and shifts like to happen. But yours looks really good. And now we're in the 4-inch pipe, coming backwards towards, let's say, the driveway area, I would assume. And this is all the original clay still, but looks to be in very good condition. Okie dokie, if you can see this transition here, this is the clay piping, and it's transitioning to cast iron piping, which is also the original. There's a slight shift on the cast iron where it goes into the clay, indicated by the above pipe. You can see right there on the top of the screen there's about a 1-inch shift, but shouldn't really pose an issue because it's at the top of the pipe rather than the bottom of the pipe, so it really shouldn't create any obstructions. Now you can see the cast iron is a little bit rough. Now the cast iron to clay transition is typically right at the exit of the house, so in, let's say, the flower bed area, very close to the house itself, because the cast iron is what comes out of the home foundation. So now we will be underneath the house for the rest of the video. So now we're under the house, and this is all the original cast iron tubing, which is a little bit rough, but I've seen far worse, so it is a little rough, so things can get stuck on it. As long as nothing but toilet paper is going in, really shouldn't pose an issue. However, no tampons, no baby wipes, because that will create a blockage. Because it is a little jagged on this pipe, but for the most part the circumference and diameter of the pipe is pretty good. I don't see any major clumps of debris there, so that's really what you want to look out for cast iron. And now we're coming up the vent pipe, so now we're all done, and we're gonna exit. And now we're on the top of the roof here. You can see the front. Okie dokie, so we entered in on the vent of the roof here. That was the whole sewer pipe. Now, mind you, although there is no sewer cleanout access, I would recommend adding a sewer cleanout access. Now, there isn't any major issues in the line, so I find it hard to believe that there's going to be a sewer blockage. However, in the event of a sewer blockage, without a proper cleanout access, it's going to be impossible to actually clear a blockage because there is nowhere to run a snake from. And all the openings on top of the roof where my camera, for example, has gone through are not large enough for a snake to get through. So that's it. Thank you. Have a good one.